Hello, my name is James and welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News for Wednesday, February 26th. And on today's show, Bob Iger steps down, resigns as CEO of Disney.
Oh, he was fired. Fired!
Now come on, McBain, we don't know that.
Fired!
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll talk about that on today's show. Creed 3 is in development and has a writer coming on board. Let's see, some productions have started to go into production. Jurassic World 3, called Jurassic World Dominion, has just started by a tweet revealed to us by Colin Trevorrow. And Snake Eyes has wrapped its shoot, so that'll be interesting to talk about. But in the outside news, Maria Sharapova has decided to retire from playing tennis.
What? She was the only reason why I watched tennis in the first place.
I know, but all good things have to come to an end sometime. But let's just get to it on Mirror Domain's Movie News. So if you're not sure how this show works, look down in the comments and you'll find time codes put up there for you guys to follow along with each story today. And today, we're going to start out with Bob Chapek replacing Bob Iger as CEO of Disney. And this has come as a bit of a surprise to some people. Not the fact that Bob Iger is leaving. I think for the most part people were expecting him to leave because he's been wanting to retire for a little while now. But it just the how quick it came out. Like, this was according to Deadline that this happened. And this Bob Chapek guy, I'll tell you who he is. He has been working with the company for a really long time. He had worked with the Disney parks as a chairman, and he worked with all of that kind of stuff. So he has had a history with Disney. And I know that McBain thinks that Bob Iger was fired.
Fired!
But I don't think that's the case. I think this happens quite a bit. And they've released a couple of statements. Some of them are just PR, but I'll read them to you, even though I think that you'll find them boring, just so that you have some context as to what's going on. Quote, Bob Iger here, quote, "With the successful launch of Disney's direct-to-consumer businesses and the integration of 21st Century Fox well underway, I believe this is the optimal time to transition to a new CEO. I have the utmost confidence in Bob and look forward to working closely with him over the next 22 months as he assumes this new role and delves deeper into Disney's multifaceted global businesses and operations, while I continue to focus on the company's creative endeavors."
So basically what you're trying to tell me is that don't worry everybody, everything is okay, don't sell your stock.
Pretty much. And then he goes on to explain that, Chapek, he's got a good pedigree. He's been working with the company for a number of years. He just says a lot of his accolades and such. And of course, then Chapek has to respond, quote, "I am incredibly honored and humbled to assume the role of CEO of what I truly believe is the greatest company in the world, and to lead our exceptionally talented and dedicated cast members and employees."
Why did you read that to me in your Bane voice?
Well, I thought I'd just try to spice it up for you. But, yeah, that's my Bane impression. Anyway, pretty much, this guy, he's worked with the parks for a while. He's been somebody who's been working with Disney, and I'm not too sure how much involvement he's been with, like, the entertainment side, like the actual movie side, but I'm pretty sure that Kevin Feige will still have his role, so the MCU will be protected. But that kind of opens the door for Kathleen Kennedy. Is she still safe? I don't think so. I think she's going to be moving on pretty soon too, and the writing's been on the wall for that for a long time. I think that it's time. She's done her sequel trilogy, and I think it's time that we can move on from that.
We have a great company!
Indeed. And I wouldn't read too much more into this. Like, I don't get the impression that he was fired. Otherwise, why would he say that he's not going to leave until December 31st, 2021. So he's going to be there until 2022. Now, it's just saying that his role will be executive chairman. Some people will say that that's called, they're just putting him as a token job there to help the fact that it may scare some stakeholders that'll be kind of like, well, if Bob Iger's out, then I'm out too, and they'll pull their money away. No, that's just like maybe it is just a token job. Maybe he did get fired. What did you think? Do you think something more sinister happened here, more than what they're saying? I don't think so. I think it was time for a change, and I don't think there's anything too negative to read from this story, but let me know in the comments below. All right, so moving on here. Creed 3 is in development, and I think for the most part, a lot of people have been happy with the way that these spin-offs have been going from the Rocky franchise. Creed 1, Ryan Coogler, was fairly well done. I enjoyed that one. Creed 2, it was a little bit different, but I think for the most part, I think people really like that role from this guy named
It's Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. So disrespectful.
Michael B. Jordan. Why can't I remember that name? Anyway, the writer for this movie is a guy that you probably have never heard of because he's never really written all that much. His name is Zach Baylin, and he wrote this movie called King Richard that's coming out later this year. That's about the father of Venus and Serena Williams, who play tennis. And as you know, we talked about Maria Sharapova today about tennis. So hell, there's a little bit of a theme going on there. Weird how life does that sometimes. Anyway, back to Creed 3. It's in development. They're hoping to have it come out early next year, hopefully. And that would be okay because the last one, Creed 2, came out in 2018. That's 3 years away. But who knows? Who knows? They're shooting for next year. So late next year. November 21st is what they're trying to say. But who knows? Who knows? We'll just have to see who gets attached as a director. Who do you want to see as director? I kind of like to see Ryan Coogler come back. That would be kind of cool. Just to wrap things up, wrap that story nicely up in a nice little bow. That would be awesome. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Snake Eyes has wrapped its production. Henry Golding had posted a tweet or a little thing on his Instagram there. A picture of the little clipboard there that says it's wrapped, and then we get to see a Cobra signal on there. Snake Eyes, as you know, is that guy from G.I. Joe, that ninja guy.
G.I. Joe, the real American hero.
Hey, whoa, easy. We don't want a copyright strike.
G.I. Joe was there.
Now, listen. The only real image we have is him walking up towards some temple. That's the only official image. I'm guessing now that it's wrapped, they're slating this for an October 23rd release this year, 2020, October 23rd, 2020 for Snake Eyes. And we can see that they released a small little logo there. Now, I don't know about that G.I. Joe spinoff or whatever it's got written down there. Whatever. I feel like this story is just going to tell the story of him and his dealings with Storm Shadow and how they became enemies, because I think they were friends at one point, weren't they? And then they become arch nemesis. So I'm very curious about that, and to see how closely it follows in with some of the G.I. Joe lore. Are you excited about it? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, we have Jurassic World 3 news, which is kind of interesting because we knew that they were going to be shooting soon. And yesterday, Colin Trevorrow took to Twitter and his social media and released the slate saying that it's underway. And guess what? It's called Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, dominate this.
God. Anyway, I've been following this project. Now, say what you will about the first film. I kind of like Fallen Kingdom, so I'm curious about this one. We know from the battle at Big Rock that the dinosaurs are out now. They're running all over the place. They're running amok, and I'm just kind of really kind of curious to see what's going to happen with this, because we all know that the original cast is returning to this one, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see them all come together, because Chris Pratt had said something the other day about this one being likened to Avengers Endgame, how it kind of brought everybody together and wrapped up that story. So maybe this one will wrap up the Jurassic World trilogy, and I think a lot of people hopefully will like it, because a lot of kids like the dinosaurs and such, and I hope they nail this one instead of having some people say, well, it's the worst thing since... Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, come on! We can at least talk about how Wendy's is rolling out its new breakfast menu.
But, for me, I like the cast. I like Chris Pratt. I like Bryce Dallas Howard. I feel like there's some good things that can come out of this. And I just can't wait to actually see some more footage. That'll be very interesting to see. What did you think about this story? Was there anything about the Jurassic World Dominion that kind of caught your ear? Was it the fact that maybe the dinosaurs are now going to be dominating us? Who knows? It's just going to be chaos. I'm guessing it's just going to be chaos. All right, so that's pretty much the way that it's been today in the realm of movie news. It's pretty much all I can tell you guys, just in a quick little digest here. As you know, I follow a lot of the headlines, I read the stories, I participate online with these forums and other chat groups, so I figure I might as well turn on the camera and share my thoughts with you guys. If you've liked what you've seen, look for a video right there that you can see, and see my latest one just right there. My name is James, and you're watching Mirror Domains. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe!